This is the real reason Lil Wayne's name keeps showing up in everybody else's mess, even when he didn't start any of it. Nicki Minaj goes off on Jay-Z, it's about Lil Wayne. Kendrick Lamar drops one of the biggest albums of the year, Lil Wayne's name is in the lyrics. Nivea sits down for a tell-all about her life, half of it is about Lil Wayne. Birdman and the entire Cash Money empire goes to war. Lil Wayne is right in the middle. The Super Bowl comes to New Orleans, and somehow that becomes about Lil Wayne too. And here's the thing, in almost every single one of these situations, Wayne didn't start anything. He barely said a word. So why does this man's name keep coming up in everybody else's drama? Because the answer isn't that Lil Wayne is messy. The answer is that Lil Wayne built the house everybody else is fighting in. He signed the artists. He was the sun in the biggest label war in hip-hop. He's the hometown hero of one of the most important music cities in America. When you sit at the center of that family tree, every family fight has your name in it, even when you stayed home. And once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Let me show you. To understand why Wayne's name is in everything, you have to go back to the beginning. Birdman, Brian Williams, co-founded Cash Money Records and signed Wayne when he was still a child.
Wait, I talked to him, Wayne forever my son, that ain't gonna change no matter what. I did that. We did that. Them did that as my son no matter what.
This wasn't just a business relationship. They called each other father and son, literally. Wayne was the crown jewel of Cash Money. Their commercial peak together was 2008's Thea Carter's 3. And in 2005, Wayne founded Young Money Entertainment as an imprint under Cash Money. That detail matters, because Young Money is where he'd signed the two artists who changed everything. But we'll get to that. Birdman has always framed the bond with Wayne as unbreakable. He told Angie Martinez on Power 105.1, "Wayne is forever my son. He's my son and I love him to death." And for years, that held. But when your father figure is also your business partner, a business dispute doesn't stay a business dispute. It becomes a family war. And in December 2014, that war went public. On December 4th, 2014, Wayne tweeted that Thug Carter V won't and hasn't been released because Baby and Cash Money Rec refused to release it. And then the line that said everything, "I am a prisoner and so is my creativity." On January 13th, 2015, Wayne filed a lawsuit against Cash Money, seeking $51 million. He alleged the label withheld money owed to him and asked a judge to end his contract. But here's the key part. He also asked to be declared joint copyright holder of Young Money recordings. That included Drake's music. That included Nicki Minaj's music. Cash Money fired back and countersued Wayne for $50 million after his Free Weezy album appeared on Tidal. The dispute settled in 2018. Per reporting from The Blast, Universal wrote a big check, reportedly well over $10 million, and none of it came from Birdman personally. Wayne's spokesperson confirmed a settlement existed, but disputed the exact dollar figure, so treat that number as a reported estimate. But the settlement cleared the way for the album. The Carter V finally dropped on September 27, 2018, Wayne's 36th birthday. It debuted at number 1 with 480,000 equivalent album units, and had the second biggest streaming week ever for an album at that point, behind only Drake's Scorpion. Now separately, and this is important because people mix these up, in 2020, Wayne sold his master recordings to Universal Music Group for reportedly over $100 million. That deal included the Young Money catalog, which contained Drake's and Nicki's recordings. That number comes from TMZ reporting tied to a lawsuit from Wayne's former manager. It's a different transaction from the 2018 settlement. The lawsuit settled in 2018. The master's sale happened in 2020. Two different events. And here's why all of this matters for our whole story. Wayne's lawsuit wasn't just about his money. It was about who owned Drake's and Nicki's music too. So right from the beginning, Wayne's biggest personal battle automatically involved the two biggest artists he ever signed. His drama was their drama. Their success was his leverage. You literally could not separate them, and that pattern is going to repeat over and over. Speaking of Drake and Nicki, let's talk about the two careers this man built with his own hands. Wayne signed Drake around June 2009, after the So Far Gone buzz. Wayne has said he knew the moment he heard Drake sing on a hook. He signed Nicki Minaj in August 2009, the first female artist on Young Money. Both became global superstars, and both stayed loyal to Wayne through everything. When Drake and Nicki had their own tensions around 2014 and 2015, when Nicki got caught in the middle of Drake and Meek Mill, they still came back together. They reunited on Nicki's 2017 single, No Frauds. And that's the through line. No matter what drama Drake and Nicki got into with other people, their loyalty to Wayne never broke. Drake has had issues with damn near everybody. Nicki has had her share of wars, but neither one of them has ever turned on Wayne. Because you don't turn on the man who gave you the platform. That loyalty is exactly why, when somebody comes for Wayne, they come come running to defend him. But not every Young Money story ended with loyalty, because there was one artist who left feeling like the empire did him dirty. Tyga departed Young Money around 2014 to 2016, claiming the label held his music hostage, and Wayne was reportedly upset, but not at Tyga. He was reportedly furious that Birdman let Tyga out of his contract in 2016 without consulting him. Since Wayne owned 49% of Young Money, Tyga later sued Cash Money and Young Money for $10 million, then dropped the suit in 2019. And even here, notice the pattern. The drama wasn't really Wayne versus Tyga, it was another symptom of the Wayne-Birdman power struggle. Wayne got pulled into it because he owned part of the company Birdman was making moves in. He's not the one making the mess. He's the one whose name is on the building where the mess happens. Now here's where it gets really interesting. In 2024, Drake and Kendrick Lamar had the biggest rap feud in years, diss tracks going back and forth, the whole culture picking sides, and everybody expected Wayne, Drake's mentor, to jump in. He didn't. Wayne stayed publicly neutral the entire time.
In this article with Rolling Stone, Wayne is admitting that he had no idea Kendrick's hit song Not Like Us was even Kendrick Lamar rapping, and he took it as far as to say, yo, I didn't even know what was going on between the two at the time. If it didn't happen on ESPN or FS1, Wayne said he just does not know what happened.
In an April 2025 Rolling Stone cover story, Wayne said he wasn't even following it. He said, if it don't happen on ESPN or FS1, I wouldn't know that happened. And here's the part that clears up one of the biggest misconceptions. There was a viral clip of Wayne rapping the hook to Kendrick's Not Like Us at a show. Tabloids and blogs ran with it. Wayne picked Kendrick's side against Drake. Wayne shut that down completely. He explained in the same Rolling Stone interview, I went on stage and I was singing this song, and they thought I was dissing. I ain't want my dude to be mad at me. I didn't even know it was Kendrick. He didn't even know it was a Kendrick song. This man was minding his business and still got dragged into headlines. And honestly, that's been the story of his whole career. Back in 2012, when there was tension with Pusha T, Wayne told the AP, it really wasn't no beef. I'll move on. Wayne genuinely does not want the smoke. He's Drake's mentor, and he still managed to stay out of the biggest feud of the decade, but his name still ended up in the middle of it. Story of his life.
That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about, it hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. And for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position.
And speaking of Wayne being pulled into somebody else's fight, the biggest example happened in 2024. On September 8th, 2024, the NFL, Roc Nation, and Apple Music announced Kendrick Lamar as the Super Bowl Licks halftime headliner. The game was being played in New Orleans, Wayne's hometown. Wayne had openly hoped for the spot, saying on YG's podcast, I have not got a call, but we all praying. On September 13th, 2024, Wayne posted an emotional video on Instagram. He said, that hurt. It hurt a lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. And then the line everybody remembers. It broke me, and I'm just trying to put my back together. He said he felt like he let his city down, and that could have been the end of it. One man's disappointment. But that's not what happened, because Jay-Z's Roc Nation co-produces the halftime show. And the second the announcement dropped, Nicki Minaj went public. On September 9th, 2024, she posted on X, denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego. Your hatred for Birdman, Drake and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne? Suddenly, it wasn't about Wayne's feelings anymore. It was Nicki versus Jay-Z, with Wayne's name in the middle. Birdman spoke up for Wayne. Master P spoke up. Cameron, Maze, Boosie, Juvenile, all of them. On the other side, Jay-Z's allies pushed back. Memphis Bleak, Fat Joe, LL Cool J said Wayne will have his day. Let Kendrick get that. Now, I want to be clear. The claim that Jay-Z personally blocked Wayne from the Super Bowl is an accusation, mainly from Nicki and Cameron. Roc Nation and the NFL never confirmed any personal motive. The host city and the league also play a role in the selection. Present it however you want, but that's an accusation, not a proven fact. But then Kendrick himself brought Wayne's name up on his album GNX, which dropped November 26th, 2024. On a track called Wax Out Murals, he rapped, used to bump the Carter 3. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Wayne responded on X, November 23rd, 2024. Man, WTF I do? I just be chillin' and they still come for my head. No one really wants destruction. destruction. Not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. And that right there is this entire video in one story. Wayne didn't call out anybody. He posted one emotional video about his hometown, and it turned into Nicki versus Jay-Z, half of hip-hop picking sides, and Kendrick putting his name on a track. He said it himself. What did I do? Nothing. He did nothing. That's the point. His name comes up whether he opens his mouth or not. Now, the drama isn't just professional. Wayne's personal life is its own universe.
And then ironically, Lauren and I became like damn sisters.
Really?
She really helped me through my pregnancy. We really leaned on each other, sharing old stories.
So y'all was like sister-wise.
And because we felt like, who else can we talk to? Everybody laughing at us, did some crazy shit.
He has 4 children with 4 different women. Regine with his ex-wife Toya Johnson, Dwayne III with Sarah Vivian, Cameron with actress Lauren London, and Neil with singer Nivea. Cameron and Neil were born in 2009, months apart, which means Wayne had overlapping pregnancies with Lauren London and Nivea at the same time. In her July 2021 interview with Candy Burris, Nivea said Wayne sat her down and told her Lauren London was also expecting. And here's the part nobody expected. Instead of becoming enemies, Nivea said the 2 women became like sisters. After that interview, Lauren London commented, "Love you. You are pure magic and strength." Toya Johnson said, "Great interview. So proud of you." Nivea has said on Vlad TV, all of his baby mothers were all cool with each other, and all 4 of Wayne's children showed up together at an event in Atlanta in January 2025. This is the one place where Wayne's name comes up in other people's stories, and it's actually a good story. 4 kids, 4 mothers, and somehow everybody gets along. The women who could have been enemies became family. That doesn't happen by accident. 2 more pieces of context that round out this whole picture. In November 2020, Wayne was charged with a federal firearms offense after agents found a gold-plated handgun on his private plane during a December 2019 incident. He pleaded guilty in December 2020 and faced up to 10 years. On January 20, 2021, Trump's final full day in office, President Trump pardoned him. That came after Wayne had met with Trump before the 2020 election and praised his platinum plan, which drew heavy criticism. Wayne's camp denied that the endorsement was connected to the pardon. And the health piece, which matters for this entire story. Wayne has epilepsy. He's had seizures since childhood. He was hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai for 6 days in 2013 after multiple seizures and said afterward, "I could have died." He's been open about having no memory of the episodes and that they come with no warning. In a 2023 Rolling Stone interview, Wayne said he can't even remember his own songs. He said, "You could ask me about such and such song, I wouldn't even know what we're talking about." And I think people forget that part. When Wayne's version of events differs from somebody else's, and it happens, it's not always him being evasive. Sometimes he genuinely doesn't remember. This man has been through real health battles. That context matters. So where does Wayne stand right now? The Carter 6 dropped June 6, 2025, nearly 7 years after Carter 5. It debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 with 108,000 equivalent album units, behind Morgan Wallen. That was actually the lowest first week of any Carter album and drew mixed reviews, but it was still Wayne's 13th top 10 album, and it brought his career total to 194 Hot 100 entries, the 5th most in history, behind Drake, Taylor Swift, Future, and the Glee cast. The album is a family affair. His son Cameron appears on a track called Rari, and 15-year-old Cameron made his own Billboard chart debut when the song entered the Hot R&B/hip-hop songs chart with 2.9 million streams. His son Neil, who goes by Lil Novi, appears on Mila Comin' In. Guests range from Big Sean and 2 Chainz to Bono and Andrea Bocelli. The bonus edition features Nicki Minaj, Future, and Lil Baby. He and Birdman are publicly good again. They've been photographed back in the studio, with Wayne captioning it, "Like father, like son." He stayed completely out of the Drake-Kendrick situation. Drake and Nicki both appear on the Carter 6 bonus edition. The loyalty from every direction is intact. He's on the road with the 20 Years of Carter Classics tour, extended with 25 new dates running through October 2026, with 2 Chainz at select stops. He continues running Young Money with a new generation roster. 20 years in, and Wayne is exactly where he's always been, at the center of everything, still building, still bringing everybody along. His sons are on his album. Birdman is back in the studio. Drake and Nicki are still right there with him. The man who kept getting pulled into everybody's drama, he's the one who kept everybody together. So here's the real reason Lil Wayne's name keeps coming up in everybody else's drama. It's not because he's messy. It's not because he starts fights. It's because he built the whole thing. He signed Drake. He signed Nicki. He was Birdman's son. He's New Orleans royalty. When you're the person who launched half the careers in the room, and the son of the man who ran the label, and the pride of a whole city, then every fight in that room, every business war, every Super Bowl decision, every tell-all interview is going to have your name in it. Not because you're in the drama, because you're the reason the drama has anywhere to happen. Wayne isn't the common denominator because he causes the problems. He's the common denominator because he built the equation, and there's a very big difference between the two. He told us himself after the Super Bowl snub, "What did I do? I just be chillin'." And honestly, that might be the most accurate thing anybody has said about Lil Wayne in 20 years. He's just chillin', and the world keeps bringing his name into everything anyway, because when you built the house, every argument that happens inside it echoes your name, whether you're in the room or not. So I want to know what y'all think. Do you think Lil Wayne genuinely stays out of drama on purpose? Or do you think he secretly enjoys being at the center of it all? And after being snubbed for the Super Bowl in his own city, do you think Wayne ever gets the flowers and the moment he truly deserves? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.